Hello everyone, davening with the Haftorah of Parshat Yitro, dedicated to the loving memory of Lucy, Maya, and Rina Di Zichronam Livracha, to the success of our soldiers, to the speedy return of all those in captivity, and of course to the speedy recovery of all those that are wounded. So in the Haftorah, it's not very difficult to find a connection to davening. Right at the beginning of the Haftorah, we have the famous pasuk, Kadosh, 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 Hashem Tzvakot, Melo Chol Haaretz Kavado. God, you're holy in three different ways. The Lord of hosts, who fills the entire land. We say that in davening right before Kriyat Shema in the morning. We say it in Kedusha. And then, of course, we say it in the Uva L'Tzion prayer towards the end of davening. So every day we say these words at least 3 times, and therefore they're very familiar. What's not in the Haftorah is another refrain we say, those same 3 times, right after we say the words Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. And that is what Yecheskel, the prophet, said, Baruch Kvod Hashem mimkomo. Blessed is the glory of God from God's place. And there's a big difference between the two. If you say God fills the entire universe, then quite frankly, he doesn't have a place. He's everywhere. But if you refer to God as someone who is in a specific place, then obviously you feel that God is not filling the entire universe, but rather he's restricted. In our tradition, we always use the word makom from mimkomo when things are hard. For example, on Mondays and Thursdays, we say, Achenu kol beit Yisrael animtzeim batzara uvashivya. Our brothers and sisters, the house of Israel, that are in hardships and that are in captivity. And then we go on to say, Hamakom yirachem alehem. May the place where God is have mercy on them. Because if Jews are in captivity like they are now, and if Jews are in hardships, we don't feel that God is everywhere. We're asking God to show mercy on them from God's place. In the Haggadah, we say, Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu. Blessed is the place, because today, when we do a Seder, something's missing, and that is the Korban Pesach. There's no Beis HaMikdash, and therefore our Seder is a bit empty. There's a whole chunk of it that we don't do, and therefore we say Makom. And finally, when you go to pay a Shiva call, the height of tragedy, you say, Hamakom Yenachem Etchem. May God from his place have mercy on you and comfort you. I believe that in our lives, in the last 3 months, we've had both moments. We had moments where we felt God is filling the entire universe and we're so successful. And then moments where we felt God is so restricted we can barely feel him. Indeed, this is the story of the human predicament. We sometimes feel God is everywhere, and we sometimes feel that God is restricted to a place. It's my hope and prayer as we go into this Shabbos Parshat Yitro, getting into Shabbos Mevarchim of the month of Adar Aleph, that Be'ezrat Hashem, with God's help, God will not only show mercy from Mimkomo, but hopefully be everywhere, so vividly felt that indeed the words of Yeshayahu from this Haftorah will ring true in reality.